Hey, what's up guys? Today in this video, we are going to look at our cart functionality on the store. So far, we have been able to create a new order, something which in Vendure it is called active order, right? We saw that in our previous video. Now, once you start adding items to your order, you should be able to see that on a page, and hence that is something which we are going to develop in this video. To get started, first I need to log in. So let me quickly do that. I have already registered, and you can see inside the customer I have this user, right? So let me do that first. Once I log in, it will create those tokens and stuff. Now if I add one laptop, once that is done, let's go to the page again. Let's say we want to buy a hard disk, 4 TB, add to cart. And ideally, now that we have two items in our cart, we should be able to see that. So as you can see, the two products are listed over here. The unit price, the quantity, the total without, rather this is with tax. And then I'm also showing the amount, the total card value with tax as well. This is all coming from GraphQL. So first, let's understand what are the different data points that we get on the GraphQL API. So if I go to my active order, you can see I have a rough query in here, although the code will have the exact thing, but this is the query. What you can do is go to the queries and active order. What it does is it gives us all these things. It gives us the shipping address, billing address. Lines is the items which are added to the cart. Okay. It has an array of order line, and an order line is basically taking the product variant, because obviously you don't order a product but you order a variant of that product. For example, I haven't purchased a laptop, but I have purchased laptop which is 13-inch and 16 GB, right? So it is the variant over here, and then the variant is implementing the node, and it has all the details that a product should have. And I think it also has the product in itself. So if you want, you can go that deep nested inside, and that's precisely what even I have done. So what have we done on our page? Let's go into user my cart index.php, and sorry, not php but tsx, and let's run through the code and understand one by one what is happening. First thing, what we are doing is we are declaring a state, active order, set active order, use state of type iActiveOrder or null, and by default it is null, which means I am using the use state hook. I am expecting a data of this type iActiveOrder. Let's understand what is happening over here. iActiveOrder is of type iActiveOrder, which can be iCart or null. iCart is basically the data which we are getting from the query. If you see, my iCart interface will match quite a lot with this. So it has ID, code, state, and then we have lines, billing address, shipping address. The addresses, I created an additional interface for that so that it is easier for me to render addresses at any point of time. Then we have discounts, total with tax. Now lines, because it is an array of iCart line, we have defined it over here as well, and it has ID, line price, unit price, line price with tax, quantity, and then product variant. And product variant obviously has the product details as well. These were already there. What we had to do in this for this video was literally create the cart type and the iCart line, which is over here, and the addresses. So the types are defined. I find this useful to define the types, otherwise working with the data can be a little confusing, and I would say you should spend time first setting everything up. Now we are going to run a GraphQL query, so we are going to use the use query hook. It expects iActiveOrder data type, and this is my query. This query is taking the active order. It has the lines, okay, The lines has product variant and the product details as well. And over here, I have done one quick modification. I am using fragment. Featured asset was something which was getting used over and over again in multiple GraphQL queries. So I created this fragment export constant featured asset, fragment featured asset on asset. So it knows that this particular thing will be always applied on asset. Okay. And then I used that over here so that I don't need to repeat the exact details what is required for a featured asset to render itself. And the same thing I copied on other queries as well. For example, inside product details as well, I have done that. Okay. With this query running, we will have data, loading or error. We are destructuring them. And then we have a use effect. Inside the use effect, when the data changes, right, we are setting it inside our state. Then going down, some basic checks, and then I have created this table with product name, unit price, quantity, which is exactly what we saw over here, right? Then the T-body basic checks are done. I am thinking these things should be on top so that if these things are not there, the entire table doesn't render. But for now, yes, this code needs a little bit of change or refactor, but active order is something which we get. Let me show you what data we get. It will help you understand what is happening. Okay. Let us try and come over here, console, go to home page. Okay, I have an iterator problem. I'll have to solve that as well. But over here, can you see I have my cart data, billing address, shipping address is here, discounts if any code is there, a lot of stuff. It gives me the total which is printed over here, the total with tax, and then these are the lines. Lines are nothing but the items which are added into an active order. Okay, it has this product variant and then the product details. As you can see, we have the featured asset over here as well, right? So with this thing in place, basically what we can see is any new product added is being rendered over here. Now this ideally should turn into a component, but because it was a table with a TER, I decided to keep it as is for some time. If I feel there is a need, we will do that, because maybe this is a one-off page. I don't need to show these details anywhere in my website. So yeah, that should be fine. What we are doing over here is the asset component is rendering the featured asset as is. And as I said, because we are using a fragment across all the GraphQL queries, I know exactly what is coming for an asset. And I pass that because my asset component exactly expects that kind of a data. Then the product variant's name is being displayed, the product unit price, quantity, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty straightforward. We have the total, active order total with taxes. Yeah, and that's about it. This is how once items are added to your cart, they are displayed over here. Now, obviously, there are a lot more things. For example, if I'm sure there will be a mutation somewhere. Let me see. These are queries, mutation, remove order line, right? So we need to address that as well, so that we have some cross buttons over here. And once the order line is removed, it should recalculate and show me the updated price. Those kind of stuff. But yes, the basic cart is now ready. It's a page as of now. In the future videos, I may plan to do a cart pop-up kind of thing as well, based on the components which are available. But yes, the functionality will pretty much be the same. So yeah, that's about it, guys. That's how we create the cart functionality. If you have questions about this video or any videos that I have created in this Vendure storefront so far, feel free to comment below and ask questions. If you like this video, do click on the thumbs up icon and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.